Maybe they're having food downstairs.
Go get mine our refreshments. Do you want anything?
Okay, no, thank you. Oh, okay, yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the I'm on Ice Arena for tonight's varsity matchup with the Dubuque Saints in your hometown, Cedar Rapids Rough Riders for some Midwest high school hockey. Tonight's officials are referee Rhodes Dolan, linesman Ethan Fox, and Ian Carlson. Now for tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Dubuque Saints.
Starting lineups on their way out.
Number 22, Cade.
Starting at forward, number 22, a very blonde Cade Weiner.
Number forward, number 14, Jensen
Number
Hall.
14, Jensen Hill.
At center, number 13,
Less blonde.
Sammy Ruiz.
Captain Sammy Ruiz will be our center.
Defenseman, number 12, Landon Schultz.
Landon Schultz back
Number
on D.
11 at the defensive position, number 11, Liam Henry.
Liam Henry.
And in net tonight, number 35, Trevor Breen.
Trevor Breen will be the man between the pipes and the blue paint.
Now for the starting lineup for your Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. At defense, number 82 from Prairie High School, Caden Lau.
Caden Lau starting at defense. He played on Team Midwest with Alex Henkel, Jackson Hikai, David Sheehy, and
number
Andy
8,
Shell.
Kai Patton.
Patton,
Starting
defensive
forward,
partner.
number 47 from Linn-Mar High School, Colton Sebring.
Colton Sebring, forward.
At the other forward, number 15 from Marion High School, Colby Belts.
Colby Belts, forward.
And tonight at center, number 88 from Xavier High School, Henry Logno.
Henry Logno at center.
In net tonight, number 52 from Xavier, number 52, Roman Carter. The Rough Riders are coached by head coach Kevin Brooks.
Roman Carter, I have as 35. I see he's wearing 52.
And Tony Yeldon. Let's get ready for the national anthem. Please stand if you are able. And gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor our nation with tonight's national anthem.
The song has been sung. Let's play some hockey. I put my hat back on. Saints are 2-0 coming into tonight's contest with 2 wins this weekend in Bogie. Cedar Rapids has started out the season 0-1. It's a closely contested game against the Des Moines Capitals last Friday night. Puck's down, we're underway. Cedar Rapids to control the opening faceoff, dumps it down into the zone. Henry back to get it, sends it back to the far corner where Sammy Ruiz picks it up. Cross-ice pass into the skates of Weiner. Cedar Rapids will go slightly offside. Picked up the puck on the wrong side of the line there. Indoor football play on one-on-one, ready, break. Never mind, center ice face-off. Puck's down, Cedar Rapids controls. They'll go back to their D. Worked up through center ice. Steven's got it there. Sent ahead. Warner heads to the bench. Looks like a slash. Played around the near boards, just out of the reach of Henry. He'll run it down on the near side. Jackson Heacock kicks it off the boards, up to Sammy Ruiz. Centering pass to nobody. Cedar Rapids the other way, across the center line, into the attacking zone. Ben Zick's got it there, plays it to the corner. Cedar Rapids controls, tries the backhand out front. Shot blocked in front by Henkel. Henkel collects it there, tries to play it out the boards, throws it ahead to Jackson Heacock, just out of his reach. Cedar Rapids back into their own zone, they'll throw it up. Zick battles for it at the blue line there. Patton knocks it away. Into the corner it goes. We're going to get a penalty. Alex Henkel. I think he's getting a slashing call. Two-minute slashing. So Dubuque, just a minute, 10 seconds into the game, we'll go on the penalty kill. We'll get Xander Sheehy, Jackson Heacock out of the PK. They're backed by Zick and Anders Hill. Out to the blue line it comes. Thrown out in front. Kick save by Breen. Loose puck. Rebound. Still scrambled in front. Still loose. Early whistle. Everyone in here loves the refs. Go refs, go!
Number 7, Alex Hinkle. 2 minutes for slashing at the 1:10 mark.
Sheehy in for the faceoff. Puck down, knocked back to the D. Cedar Rapids tries to go D to D. Jackson Heacock's there. He'll send it the length of the ice. Xander Sheehy goes down, keeps the Riders' defense honest. Takes it away from one. And then everyone discovers ice is slippery. Jackson Heacock with a steal, one-on-one the other way. Shot blocked by the defense. Cedar Rapids winds it up behind their own net. Played out to the near side. Walker there. Walks it down along the boards to the goal line. Tries to wrap around goal. Walker gets the Riders on the board on the power play, 1-0.
Rough Riders goal by number 22.
Puck's in play. Driven down below the goal line. Riders will try and bring it out the near side. Picked out to center ice. Weiner with the steal. He's got Sammy Ruiz in the middle. Passes over. Ruiz can't quite get a handle on it. Now it's Weiner back behind the net. Wheels away from one. On the goal line, it's battle for there. Jensen Hill gets a piece of it. Weiner walks up behind the net. Out to the slot. Shot. Fired wide. Now it's worked back out to the blue line. Jensen Hill knocks it down to the goal line. Weiner tries to pick it up in the corner. Works it back behind the net. Takes an elbow to the back first time. Goal. Easy goal in front by Jensen Hill. Cade Weiner with a beautiful setup from behind the net. And it's 1-1 here in Cedar Rapids. Hill from Weiner. One shot, one goal. We'll get the third line out. Michael Poles, Eli Schwartz, Tyler Randall. Puck's down, knocked into the defensive zone for Cedar Rapids. They'll spin away in the corner.
Jensen Hill, assisted by number 22.
Sent to the center ice. Eli Schwartz comes in, makes a poke check, takes away from the puck. Now it's knocked loose at center ice. Ben Zick gives off to Anders Hill, drives it up. Poles kicks off to Randall. They'll get it in the zone. Knocked back out. Poles holds it at the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by Carter. Kick to the corner. It's Randall battles for it there. Cedar Rapids tries to work it out the far side. It's kicked back across the ice. Now on the near side, aerial pass out to center ice. Goes all the way back to Anders Hill. Hill tries to collect in center ice. It's knocked back in by Cedar Rapids. Zick will pick it up in the corner. Takes it behind his own net. Poses for a minute there. That's Boatman. Pushes him out to the near side. Zick off to Schrader. Schrader tries to hit Poles on the streak. Can't quite do it, and we'll get an ice. So 1-1 with 13-17 left here in the first period. Shots on goal, tied at 2. William Schrader, Fugger, and Brock Smothers out there. The fourth line getting a little appearance. Puck's down, controlled by Cedar Rapids. Sent towards the net. All the way across, just out of the reach of Smothers. Blasted, just kicked wide by Green. Again, shot in front, popped straight up in the air. That's a goal. So 2-1 Cedar Rapids at the expense of the fourth line. We'll get Sheehy, Heacock, and Henkel out. They'll be back by Schultz and Henry. Sheehy in for the faceoff. Won by Dubuque. They'll send it into the zone.
Cedar Rapids
back out to center ice. Jackson Heacock knocks it into the zone. Played there by Carter. Alex Henkel pushes loose behind the net. Now it's battled on the near boards. Sheehy fights for it there. Cedar Rapids will send it out. All the way back to the defensive zone. Landon Schultz back to get it. Schultz wheels at the goal line. Cedar Rapids gives him the entire 2/3 of the ice. He fires it high up into the net for whistle. Deflected off the Cedar Rapids player, so it'll come to the left of Carter. We'll get Ruiz, Hill, and Weiner out. 12:28 left in the first period. Sammy Ruiz into the faceoff. Controlled by Cedar Rapids. They work it up the near side. 2-on-1 the other way. Anders Hill back. Shot saved by Green. Rapids controls the rebound. They'll take it out the far side. Knock loose. Ruiz has got it. Plays it back. Cooper Smith. Smith there. Ahead to Weiner. He wheels it back into his own defensive zone. Cuts across the middle. Gets around 3. Tries to give off to Sammy Ruiz. Gets to the far boards. Cedar Rapids controls. They'll take it back through neutral ice into the attacking zone. The Hill brothers trying to wreak havoc in the corner. It's Cooper Smith battles for it. Sammy Ruiz gets the shoulder in there. Still battles on the end wall. Cedar Rapids has it now. Tries to walk it up the near side. Spins back to the goal line. Fires in front. Ruiz has got it. They'll carry it out of the zone. Across the red line. Dumps it in. To the center of Carter's chest. He'll hold on for a whistle. We'll get Poles, Schwartz, and Randall. Backed by Zick and Molenkamp. Randall in for the faceoff now. He's got Schwartz behind him. Puck one, shot. Fired down by Poles. Kicks out to the far boards. Cedar Rapids controls now. They'll skate it out to center ice. Into the attacking zone it comes. Shot. Blocked in front by Ben Zick. Now it's in the corner. Tries to work it up the far side. Big shot. Kind of with that. And sent weakly to the corner. Big hit there. Duke will try and force it out the near boards. Can't quite get it. Carter Molenkamp throws the body around. Shot. Saved by Breen. Holds on for a whistle. We'll get Heacock, Henkel, and Sheehy. Backed by Henry and Schultz. Sheehy bellies up to the dot for the faceoff. Peacock bellies up to the faceoff. Bouncing puck. Cedar Rapids works it down low. Now it's sent to the far corner. Alex Henkel tries to play it up the boards. Sheehy gets it by one. Races it into the zone. Back behind the goal it goes. Tries to send it out front. No, should have tried to send it out front. Nice tackle behind the net. Jackson Heacock walks out. Loose puck. Gets knocked away to the near boards. Sent down low by Alex Henkel. Now it's banged back out. Henkel holds it back in again. Cedar Rapids sends it to the far side. Landon Schultz back to get it. Schultz wheels behind his own net. Pauses there. Plays out to Henkel. Henkel gives off to Sheehy. Sheehy walks around one. It's 2-on-2 with Jackson Heacock. Walks into the high slot. Shot. Blocked by the defense. Cedar Rapids go the other way. 2-on-2. Patton takes it in. Goes wide. Knocked back out. Henkel gets it out of the zone. Back out to center ice. Jackson Heacock stays out. Presses the issue. Cedar Rapids pulls it to center ice. Knocked back in by Schultz. Now back to center ice again. To Ben Zick. Walks around one. Takes it into the zone. Zick from the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by Carter. Holds on for a whistle. 2-1 in favor of the Riders with 9:37 left in the first period. Shots and goal also favoring the Riders 6-4. Ruiz, Weiner, and Hill stay out there. Backed by Zick and Hill. Sammy Ruiz bellies up to the dot for the faceoff. Down. Cedar Rapids controls. They'll walk it the other way. Anders Hill forces him to the board. Shot. Saved by Breen. Holds on for the whistle. Discussion on Columbian cooking going on between Sammy Ruiz and number 47, Colt Sebring. Sammy in for the faceoff. One by Cedar Rapids. Shot fired wide. Race to the near boards. Jensen Hill doesn't get there first. Cedar Rapids does. Fired. Shot. Saved by Breen. Welcome to all 48 viewers of this broadcast. Henkel, Heacock, and Sheehy hop over the boards. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Played out to the blue line. Alex Henkel packs it up there. He's got Jackson Heacock with him. Henkel shot. Fired wide of the net. Ben Zick races to hold it into the zone. Just temporarily. Cedar Rapids will now kick it out. High off the glass. Zick back to get it. Spins up the boards. Xander Sheehy now carries it out to center ice. Drives wide. Heads to the goal line. It's poked off his stick. Hard into the end boards, and he'll draw his fourth penalty of the season. Henkel wheels on the far side. Gives out to Weiner. Weiner walks down the goal line. Shot. Loose in front. Cedar Rapids controls for a whistle. 2 minutes for holding. 2 minutes for driving Xander Sheehy into the end board. Walker goes, I didn't hold him, I tripped him. There's a significant difference. So Dubuque sends its power play unit out down 2-1. Sheehy will step in for the dot. Sammy Ruiz behind him. Sheehy wins it to Ruiz, gets it over to Weiner. Weiner dances at the blue line. Tries to shake a man, gets it over to Sammy Ruiz. Back over to Weiner, top of the circles. Looks like they're going to pressure Weiner when he gets the puck. Not as concerned with Ruiz. Now Sheehy in the corner. Goes off to Sammy. Off to Weiner. They'll rush him. Yeah, they're not going to let him stand out there. Goes down low. Back to Weiner. Goal. Weiner to Hill. Back to Weiner. That's how you do it. So Weiner and Hill connecting for a second time tonight. 2-2 now. Wipes that power play out. We'll get the Henkel Peacock Sheehy line back. Henry and Schultz back on defense. Puck down. Force forward. Jackson Heacock plays it back to his D. Liam Henry's pass is taken away there. Cedar Rapids drives the net. Getting a hook. Liam Henry is going to head to the box for a hook. It's going to be Landon Schultz. 2 minutes for hooking. Warning issued to the Dubuque bench. I think the warning might have been for a fan. The message was just passed on from the bench. So Cedar Rapids on the power play. Shot fired wide. Cade Weiner clears the zone.
2 minutes. 2 minutes for hooking.
Cedar Rapids will start from behind their own net. Brought up on the near side. Walker's got it there. Sends out to center ice. Ducks around one. Shot tipped up into the glass for a whistle. Sheehy and Heacock will come out, fill the penalty. They'll be backed by Hill and Zick. Sheehy to the dot, wins the faceoff. Sent the length of the ice. Jackson Heacock will say, if you guys don't want it, I'll come get it. Carter plays it out. Zick at the far blue line. Anders Hill through the middle to Sheehy. It's going to be a tripping penalty. Xander Sheehy draws his 5th penalty of the game. Or the season. You'd think they'd learn. So much for that Riders power play. Will be 4-on-4. Looks like it'll be Cade Weiner, Sammy Ruiz, Zick and Hill back in. Nope. Hill and there he comes. Hill and Hill. Four on four for 1:20. Jensen Hill will step into the faceoff. Won by Dubuque. Jensen Hill will force it to the corner. Spins, gives it back to Sammy Ruiz. Sends it over to Cade Weiner, top of the circles. Gives it to the back door. Can't get the shot off. Still loose in the slot though. So if it now collects, they'll wheel it out. Hard off the glass. Gets a man at center ice. That's Long Henry. Ruiz knocks him off the puck. Cade Weiner back behind his own net. Hits the brakes. He'll come back up the near side. Long press ice pass. Sammy Ruiz gets a piece of it. Sends it into the zone. Wins the race there. Loose puck behind the net. Ruiz has got it. Wheels towards the net. Sent to Jensen Hill. He'll kick it to the corner. Now it's Cade Weiner. Spins to the slot. Backhander over the hill. Carter holds on to it. Caden Lau and Jensen Hill exchange some words. Coach Austin says, you guys did fine, stay out there. Jensen Hill back in for the faceoff. Let's get Cade Weiner along the boards. One by Cedar Rapids, they'll force it out of the zone. They'll spin back and not force it out of the zone. D to D in the defensive zone. Now Walker walks it all the way down the ice, takes it to the far corner. Saved by Breen. Jensen Hill behind the net. Drops it off there for Sammy Ruiz. Ruiz now walks it up the near side. Got Cade Weiner on the boards. He'll spin it down the middle. Walks away from one. Has some kind of Velcro on the stick to keep the puck in place. Cedar Rapids go D to D. Dubuque now on the power play. Knocked loose by Schwartz. Weiner takes it into the zone with some speed. Walks down to the goal line. Tries the wraparound. Thrown out in front. Kick back to the corner. Knocked away by Ben Zick. It's right behind the net. Spins. Sends it to the near wall. Jackson Heacock there to pick it up at the top of the circles. Walks it down low. Spins to get away. Shot on net. Wide. Kicks out to the near side though. Cedar Rapids battles for it there. Thrown out in front. Held in by Schultz. Schultz fired. Blocked by the defender. Duke still struggles to get it. Now they've got control in front of the scorer's table. Aerial pass sent into Carter. He'll glove it down and play it to his defender. Michael Poles races in and makes Cedar Rapids play it out. Cedar Rapids 2-on-4 the other way. Shot saved by Green. Holds on for a whistle. 4:56 left to go here in the first period. Shots on goal favor the Riders 10-9, while the score remains 2-2. Ruiz and Hill stay out there. They're joined by Weiner. Caden Lau, shot fired wide of the net. Loose puck on the far side. Knocked out to center ice by Weiner. Lau will dump it into the zone. Picked up there. Played out the far side. Sammy Ruiz tries to get it across to Weiner. Can't quite do it. Cedar Rapids takes it. They'll head the other way through center ice. Poked off by Sammy Ruiz. Played back to Cedar Rapids. Now they'll work it back into the zone. Glove down. Landon Schultz will race to the corner to get it. Big hit there. Picked up by Liam Henry. Off to the corner it goes. Work back to the corner now. Landon Schultz, big hit. Worked out in front. Goal. So Cedar Rapids. Tic-tac play on a line that had been out there for some time. Now 3-2. Might have a boat race on our hands tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 3-2, 4 minutes left in the first period. Shots on goal favor the Riders, 11-9. Sheehy, Henkel, Peacock back out for the faceoff. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids controls, plays it into the zone, jumps over the stick of Zick, but he'll go back to get it. Hits the brakes behind his own net. He'll try and walk it out the far side. Sheehy now through the center ice with some speed. Walks it out to the far side. Tries to center it to Heacock. It's knocked down. Heacock knocks the puck off a stick. Now Cedar Rapids in front of their own bench. Dumped into the zone. That's Cooper Smith back to get it. Smith plays it out to Henkel. Henkel can't quite collect it. It'll go the length of the ice. Caden Lau back to pick it up. Plays it out to the far side. Walk back behind the Riders' net. Henkel forces a loose puck. Comes to Heacock, who fires it wide. Now Cedar Rapids through the middle. Cooper Smith picks it up. Goes D to D over to Ben Zick. Out through center ice. Eli Schwartz now. Dumps it into the zone. Picked up by Lau, who gets run over and trucked by Eli Schwartz. Knocked loose there. 2-on-2 the other way. The Riders come. Poke loose by Landon Schultz. It's Michael Poles into the attacking zone. Shot fired and blocked by the Riders D. Now it's Eli Schwartz. Tries to get it in. Loose puck. Still loose. Controlled by no one. Now Cedar Rapids finally works it out of the zone. Just across the blue line, they'll dump it in over Breen's head. Schultz back to pick it up on the far boards. Runs into some difficulty there. Difficulty wears green jerseys in Cedar Rapids. Sent out in front to Michael Poles. 1-on-2, gets away from one. Now it's 1-on-3. Maybe he just dumps it in. Carter sends it back behind the net. Sammy Ruiz applies the pressure. Cedar Rapids will break it out the near side. Sebring fakes the pass. Sent into the zone. Jumps over the stick of Liam Henry. Back behind the net it goes. Cedar Rapids controls there. Spins away from one. Sends it out in front. Loose to the left. Sammy Ruiz picks it up. Backhands it up to the blue line. Knocked down by Cedar Rapids. Still can't quite get it out. Now it's fired the length. Collected at center ice. Cedar Rapids will dump it back in. Wraps to the near corner. Liam Henry races to get it there. Cedar Rapids knocks it loose. Still battled on. Walks off the point. Off the goal line and gets a shot. Breen holds on for a whistle. So with just 1 minute and 40 seconds left, Riders lead 3-2. Shots on goal in favor of the Riders. 12-9. We'll get the Team Midwest line back out of Sheehy, Henkel, and Peacock. Sheehy to the face-off against Patton. Won by Dubuque. Nope. Cedar Rapids slides on at the last second. Henkel knocks it out. He's got Heacock with him. 2-on-1 the other way. Nice poke check by Cedar Rapids. They'll go the other way. Gets the puck past Anders Hill. Goes all the way to the end boards. Ben Zick's there. Gets rubbed off the puck. Send out in front. Heacock scoops it up. Hard off the glass. Can't glove it down. Sheehy on the run. Loose in front. Sent back behind the net. Sheehy battles for it there. He's knocked out the puck. Wrapped out the far side. Schultz has it. Sent towards the net.
1 minute in the first period.
Sheehy looks a little hurt. He's headed to the bench. Peacock scoops up the loose puck. Forces it to the corner. Knocked down in the corner. Cade Weiner battles for it behind the net. Sent out. Knocked loose into the near boards. Jensen Hill shot towards the net. Hits the defender. Squirts out. Landon Schultz holds it at the blue line. Shot towards the net. Weiners plays with it with his feet. 30 seconds left. The Riders will bang it out on net. Anders Hill scoops it up. Retreats back behind his own goal. They'll bring it out the near side. Gets it ahead. Weiner just in the zone. Takes a big hit on the boards. Still battled on the boards. Weiner there. Sammy Ruiz trying to bail him out. The Riders content to just eat it for 8 seconds. Weiner digs it out. He's got Hill out in front. Fired off the side of the net. And that'll do it for the first period. Shots on goal favor the Riders, 14-9. And after 17 minutes, the Riders lead 3-2. We'll take a break, clean the ice.
First period. Still got 2 more to go. My promise is no target. We should. I was actually thinking. Oh, nice. Yes, Jessica would love it. She would love it. I don't know how to communicate that, but yeah. And then, and then they'll like look around and like, what? They'll have no clue. And I'm pretty sure Paige would probably like talk trash to Alex on the way by because I saw Alex slashed him on the way by.
Yeah, I didn't talk about something like the photos are more important than
Yeah.
that's
Yes. It should just be a tradition because there's so many on the page. There's like 12 more. Yeah.
fans, let's get ready for the second period of Varsity High School Hockey.
Just about underway here in the second period. Welcome back to the 42 people watching the game. Looks like we'll start out with the top line of Ruiz, Hill, Weiner. They'll be backed by Henry and Landon Schultz. Trevor Breen has decided to stay in net for the second period, which is good because those big pads are hard to skate in. Saints down 3-2. Puck is down. We're underway. Knocked into the defeat zone. Jensen Hill will go to get it. Drives it down the far boards. Takes it around the back of the net. Hits the brakes. Throws it out in front. Samuel Ruiz can't quite bury it. Played up the boards. Just out of the reach of Liam Henry. Cedar Rapids will race down. Picks it up. Takes it behind their own net. Tries to work it out in front. Jensen Hill runs into a man. Steals the puck. Sends it up to Cade Weiner at center ice. Plays it ahead to Ruiz. Can't quite get there. Still in the zone though. Knocked down to the corner. Cedar Rapids back behind the net. They'll play it out the far side. Chipped away by Henry. I think we're getting a hand pass. Would be my guess. Sheehy back out after that run in of the end boards at the end of the last period. He's got Heacock and Henkel on either side. Backed by Zick and Anders Hill. Puck's down, controlled by Cedar Rapids. Henkel battles for it there. Jackson Hill can't quite take it into the zone. It comes back to center ice. Dumped into the zone by Cedar Rapids. Ben Zick back to get it. Spins away from one. Sends it back to the far corner. Sheehy picks it up. Plays it up to Heacock. Heacock sends it out center ice. Henkel tips it into the zone. Tries to throw it out in front. Hits a stick. Bounces high. Cedar Rapids now tries to get up the boards. Cedar Rapids hard up the glass. Length of the ice. Stopped by Breen to wave off the icing. Schultz picks it up behind on his goal line. They'll work it up the near side to Tyler Randall. Randall ahead. Jackson Heacock still on the shift. Fires it wide. Gets his own rebound on the far boards. Fires it wide again. And Schultz holds it in at the blue line. Picks it up from the top of the circles. Walks down low. Bumped off the puck there. Now it picks it up again. Throws it to the corner. Cycle back behind the net. Michael Poles, first one to reach it in the corner. Chips it back behind the net. Eli Schwartz rubs the man off. Back behind the goal line it goes. Poles behind the net. Can't quite get a piece of it. Cedar Rapids will backhand it out of the zone. Played out to center ice. Tyler Randall scoops it up. Dumps it back in. Back behind the net. Michael Poles, big hit into the corner. All 74 pounds. Cedar Rapids the other way. Back behind the net. Breen stops it there. Tees it up for Liam Henry. Liam Henry sends it up to the far side. Cedar Rapids knocks Poles off the puck. Shot wide. Saved by Breen. Penalty on Cedar Rapids coming up. And there it is. Henry is a little late pushy-wushy woo-woo there. As long as we don't screw up a power play, we don't care. Caden now of Team Midwest fame and fortune. Headed to the box. 2 minutes for, I didn't pay attention. I think it was tripping. So we get Sheehy, Hill, Ruiz, Weiner, and Henkel out. Who needs defensemen? Weiner gets it over to Henkel at the blue line. Henkel walks it down to the tops of the face-off dots. To the goal line. Shot, goal! I have no idea how he got that in there. They don't ask how when they put it on the board. They just check to make sure it's in the net. So Alex Henkel from an improbable angle with no space. Touched it by Roman Carter to tie the score at 3-3. Cooper Smith and Ben Zick out on defense. We get the top line of Ruiz, Weiner, and Hill. 3-3 now with 14 minutes left in the second period. Puck's down, controlled by Cedar Rapids.
Dubuque Saints goal by number 7, Alex Hinkle.
Ruiz turns it over, back behind the goal line. Cooper Smith plays it over to Ben Zick, loose behind the net. Zick picks it up in the corner. Eats some plexiglass. Set out in front. No one can control it to go the length of the ice. Roman Carter back to pick it up. Riders force it back out to center ice. Cade Weiner making life hard on the Cedar Rapids defenders. Now it's Kai Patton down below the goal line with no stick. Riders control it, knock it back to the end wall. Ben Zick in the corner. Sends it out. Sammy Ruiz gets it ahead to Cade Weiner. Can't quite control it. Riders regroup in their own defensive zone. A little late change for the Dubuque. They get back on. Riders dump it in. Cooper Smith and Ben Zick back to get it. Smith has got it. Ahead to Zick, just out of reach for him. Xander Sheehy. He's got Jackson Heacock with him. Walks at the center ice. Shot! Over the net. Gloves it back down off the end wall. Walks it to the corner. Turns at the breaks. Back to the corner. Walks the goal line. Out in front. Can't connect with Heacock. Battle for in the corner. Now it's Henkel. Heacock behind the net. Drops off for Sheehy. Walks back to the corner. He's ridden down. Played around to the far side. Held in there by Schultz. Cedar Rapids tries to clear it out. Held in by Henkel. He'll knock it down low. Get a couple fresh legs out. Cade Weiner jumps over the bench. Sammy Ruiz joins him. Green tries to catch it. Knocks it down to the ice. Covers it just to be safe. Puck's down, sent around the far side. Cedar Rapids holds it in. Played to the middle, taken by Ruiz. Off to Hill. He's got Weiner going down the middle. Rolls off his stick. Circles back around, walks around 2 or 3 riders. Puck rolls off his stick again. Now it's played out to center ice by the riders. Shot high and wide over the net. Played down behind the net. The riders kick it up front. Shot saved by Breen. They'll work around the other side. Tries to hit a man in front. Nobody home. Shot blocked in front by Weiner. Kick to the side by Henry. Weiner in front of the boards, or in front of the benches. Takes it in. Walks in the zone. Leaves it off for Sammy Ruiz. Shot. Just hits the side of the net. Riders have it momentarily. They'll work it back out to center ice. Ben Zick collects it there. Jumps off for Schultz. Right ahead to Ruiz. Dumps it in. Eli Schwartz now full head of steam to chase behind the net. Michael Pohl steals it in the corner, knocks it back to the end wall. Tyler Randall presses the issue. Wrapped around to Andershill, sent out in front, chipped off the back wall. Randall back behind the net. Little energy line going on here. Played off the boards, back to Hill, sent out in front, kicks to Schwartz, shot, goal, or loose puck. Sent back down. Pulls now. Kicks it out to Randall. Drives it to the center of the net. Loose bouncing puck. Out of the top of the crease. Still loose. Now I think Carter's... Well, maybe not. Now he's got it. So we had 8 players crowded in an elevator there in the blue paint. Carter finally covered it to get the whistle. Riders will send out some fresh legs. Saints will leave their energy line out. Randall in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids controls. They'll work it out to center ice. Saints back checking like rabid dogs. Shot fired wide by Cedar Rapids. Kicks out to the far corner. Ben Zick to try and dig it out there. Cedar Rapids walks it out. Top of the circles. Can't quite get a shot off. Fires it back down in the corner. Zick tries to reverse it back behind the net. Squirts over to the corner. Back to the blue line it comes. Cedar Rapids winds up. Shot. Tipped wide into the corner. Now poked loose by Poles. Still battle for. Again, long shift to Dubuque. They cut us on a long change last time. Randall knocks it loose on the end of a minute and a half shift. Floats it towards the net. Loose puck. Goal! Tyler Randall. All the effort in the world gets him that goal. As I was saying, Tyler had been out there on a long shift. Still made the effort. Chipped it towards Roman Carter. Snuck between his legs. So the Saints take their first lead of the night, 4-3, with 9:21 left in the second period. Shots on goal still favor the Riders, 16-14. Sheehy, Henkel, and Heacock will be charged with trying to extend the lead. Puck's down over to the Saints bench. Sent into the zone. Picked up there by Landon Schultz. He'll work it up the boards. Gets it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy and Heacock 2-on-1 the other way. They got Caden Lau back. Caden Lau gets just enough of it. Sheehy with another drawn penalty. For those counting at home, that's 6 in the young season. He's got a very punchable face. Patton, no stranger to the penalty box. He'll take a 2-minute breather, maybe less. 2 minutes, roughing. Power play 1 out. Sammy Ruiz, ball is up to the dot. Puck's down, controlled by Cedar Rapids. They'll send it on the end boards. Jensen Hill back there trying to make life miserable. They're going to get a hooking penalty. Sammy Ruiz touches up. Jensen Hill going to the bot. 2 minutes for holding. So much for that power play. We'll get Weiner, Ruiz, Schultz, and Anders Hill laid over the boards. Back over the boards, Alex Henkel will come in. And when you have Landon Schultz on defense, really defeated the other defenders. So 4-on-4 hockey here for 1:40. Puck over to Schultz's side of the ice. They'll give off to Weiner behind the net. Weiner worked out the far side. Drops off for Henkel. Henkel long pass up to Weiner. That wasn't Weiner holding the puck before then. That's Sammy Ruiz. Ruiz wheels it down to the faceoff. Down all on the slot. Hits the post. Riders the other way. Belts has it. Someone's got a broken stick. There it is. So now we'll get Peacock, Randall, Hill and Sheehy out for some 4-on-4 hockey. Saints lead 4-3 here with 8 minutes left in the second period. Sheehy up to the dot against the other Patton. Puck's down. Sent to the Dubuque corner. Through the slot, saved by Breen. He'll hold on in the corner. And we'll get another whistle. Sheehy in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Controlled by Dubuque. Sheehy wins it forward. He's got Heacock with him. Knocks it into the zone. Carter plays it back out to the blue line. Hill not quite there to hold it in. It's knocked back out to center ice. Heacock's got it there. Takes it back to the defensive zone. He'll go all the way back behind the net. Patton joins him back there. Takes it away from him. Walks out in front. Saved by Breen. Now Heacock's got it. Works around to Tyler Randall. Randall off the boards into the ref. Hard to advance down the ice like that. Green stops it behind the net. Anders Hill walks out the near side. Gives off to Randall. Randall advances it down in front of the boards. Back behind the goal, he'll go. It's poked away from him. The Riders will go the other way. Out of the zone, back to Anders Hill. Tries to play it ahead, gets it up to Sammy Ruiz. He's got Jackson Heacock on the far side. Just out of his reach. Back to Henkel though. Henkel off the boards, walks down to the goal line, comes around the back of the net. Everyone else is changing. He just mucks it. Walks it back behind the net. Cade Weiner, first one there, picks it up in the far corner. He's rubbed off the puck. Cedar Rapids walks it, gives it to Carter, who plays it ahead. Cedar Rapids D to D. Works it back out to center ice. Into the zone, Sebring chips it, and he'll go for a change. Landon Schultz, back behind the net, played off to Sammy Ruiz. We're back to 5-a-side. Long pass, just wide of the net, and we'll get an icing. So still 4-3 here in Cedar Rapids with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second period. Riders still holding a shooting advantage of 18-14. We'll get Randall, Poles, and Schwartz out. Energy line. Randall in for the faceoff. Kobe Belt's kicked out of the faceoff because someone was cheating. Puck's down. Cedar Rapids walks it forward. Ridden into the boards hard there. Kick back to the blue line. Cedar Rapids dumps it back in, down the boards. Sent out in front, knocked back to the corner by Schultz. Played back behind the net. Tries to send it out in front again. Schultz turns them away. Still battle on behind the net. Now Cedar Rapids has it. Back to the blue line it comes. They'll go D to D. Patton from the point. Couple big saves by Breen. Michael Poles walks it out. No, that's Tyler Randall walks it out. All the way back to defensive goal. Poles pushes him into the corner. Tries Caden Lau into the boards. Now it's the Riders up the near side. Centering pass out to Yeldon. He'll backhand it into the zone. Stopped by Breen. He'll cover it. Plays off to Schultz. Schultz, nifty little behind the back move. Xander Sheehy carries it up the near side. He'll walk it out to center ice. Into the attacking zone with some speed. Drives wide. Cuts through the net. He's knocked down there. Sent out to center. Knocked back out to center ice. Jackson Heacock picks it up. Drops off. Played over to Zick. Now up to Henkel. Henkel top of the circle. Still drags it around one. Gets off to Heacock and a goal! Alex Henkel with a beautiful toe drag. Got it over to Jackson Heacock, who buries it away. So 5-3 now in favor of the Saints. Jackson Heacock with that goal. Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. He's got Weiner and Hill with him. Puck's down into the Cedar Rapids defensive zone. Tries to play it out the boards. Now they're out to center ice. 2-on-2 the other way. Zick knocks him off the puck into the corner. Played back behind the net. Up ahead, jumps out to center ice. Now it's played back in by Cedar Rapids. Cooper Smith circles, gives off to Ben Zick. Cedar Rapids now at the neutral zone. Pressured there by Jensen Hill. Fired back up to the red line. Poke loose. Duke the other way, chips it ahead. Cade Weiner now across the blue line. He's got Sammy Ruiz out in front. Loose puck, fired. Another save. Bouncing puck. Ben Zick blocked in front. The Riders are clear. It doesn't hit the net, which it does. No ice. Ben Zick sets up behind his own net. We'll get Sheehy, Henkel, and Heacock back out. Played just a little far ahead of Henkel. Jackson Heacock, though, racing to beat out the icing and does. Now it's Henkel in the corner all alone. Flips it back behind the net. Sheehy back to get it. He's got it in the far corner. Wheels across the faceoff, dots into the slot. Backhander, goal! Xander Sheehy with the goal off a nice pass from Henkel. 6-3 now in favor of the Saints. Sheehy, Henkel, and Heacock will stay out. They've got Schwartz and Henry backing them up. Saints bench getting a little unruly. Jackson Heacock in the corner. Walks around behind the net. He's got Henkel in front. Henkel in front. Sheehy gets him the puck. Bounces away though. Riders the other way. Heacock with a beautiful back check. Just out of the reach of Henkel there. Sent the other way. Kobe Betts tries to walk around Landon Schultz. Can't quite pull that off. Alex Henkel now. Hard against the boards. Back on the end boards. Schultz with a big hit. Loose puck. Nice defensive play there by Cade Weiner. Sammy Ruiz walks it down. 2-on-2 the other way. He's got Henkel with him. Drops off for him just out of his reach. Riders have it on the end wall. Sammy battles for it there. Comes up the near boards, chipped it over the defenseman. It'll go the length of the ice for an icing. So tables have turned here in Cedar Rapids. It's now 6-3 in favor of our Saints. Shots on goal still remain in favor of the Riders, 20-17. We'll get the energy line out of Randall, Poles, and Schwartz. Hill and Zick back on defense. Puck's down. Back to the point. Hill fires it towards the net. Knocked down by Randall. It's on the near side of the net. Cedar Rapids turns, goes for the corner with it. They'll play it back up to the point. Chips it by Anders Hill. Ben Zick back to collect it in his own defensive zone. Played up to center ice. It's Tyler Randall run off the puck hard. Cedar Rapids will play it in. No icing, says Ethan Fox. Up the far boards. Poles gets it out to center ice. Cedar Rapids knocks it back in. Anders Hill, a little time to regroup. Plays it ahead to Eli Schwartz. Schwartz, spinorama, gets it out to center ice. Poles knocks it loose. Throws a vicious elbow. That guy will never recover. Anders Hill from the red line. Dumped on net. Just wide of the net. Xander Sheehy out to apply a little pressure. Hard off the glass, out to center ice. Back to Anders at center. Just out of the reach of Henkel. Henkel into the zone. Heacock picks it up, gets it over to Sheehy's feet. Sheehy now wheels down to the corner, back up the boards. Gives off to Heacock. Heacock's shot on net. Henkel was tied up there. Now it's the Riders, sends it the length of the ice for an icing. .125 left here in the second period. Saints hold the advantage 6-3. Riders, however, ahead on shots 20-18. Sheehy in for the faceoff. He's got Henkel behind him. Played out to the blue line. 2-on-1 the other way. Landon Schultz back. Shot fired wide. Comes up the boards. Back on net. Deflected in front. Eaten up by Trevor Breen. 1:12 left in the second period. We'll get a fresh set of legs as the top line jumps over of Weiner, Ruiz, and there he is, Jensen Hill. We'll have Cooper Smith and Ben Zick at their back. Puck's down. Jensen Hill carries it across the red line. He's got Cade Weiner on the far side. Hill all the way into the zone. Centering pass. Oh, Weiner fluttered on him just enough that he couldn't get a piece of it. Cedar Rapids back out the other way. Out to center ice. Samuel Ruiz collects it at his own blue line. Plays it to the middle. He's knocked off the puck. Now the Riders into the zone. Driven wide. Down to the corner it goes. Cooper Smith plays it out. He's ridden off the puck. Jensen Hill plays ahead to Cade Weiner. Weiner now across the blue line. Shot. No one knows where the puck is. Oh, it's off in the corner. I think it hit the crossbar and then caught the netting. 28 seconds left. We'll get Henkel, Sheehy, and Peacock out with Hill and Ben Zick. Sheehy to the dot. Jander apparently won that one a little too cleanly. Ethan Fox says, no, let's do it again. They won a little time, put back on the clock. Puck's down, we're back underway. She's got out the faceoff dot. Bouncing puck to center ice. Collected there by Anders Hill, sent towards the net. Kicks out to Henkel on the far side. Henkel walks around one. 16 seconds left in the period. Behind the net, spins away. Back behind the net, kicks it out in front. He's speared. Battle for in the corner. Heacock's over there. And that'll do it on the second period. A little late action. The Riders are going to get a penalty there late. Jackson Heacock may have shot the puck a little late. I don't know that it deserved the forearm shiver he got. But the Riders are definitely going on the PK, or on the penalty. We'll see if Heacock gets one too. Regardless, after two periods, score is now 6-3 in favor of York Saints. Shots on goal favor the Riders, 21-18. We'll zam the ice. Take a potty break. See you back for the third and final period. What's open is kind of out on the phone. This button is that's kind of in the wrong direction. I don't think so. No. Oh, I think the building is only alive. So we're back for the third period. Teams are on the ice.
Let's get ready for the third
Let's see where they're going to get pizza after the game.
Rider hockey.
Penalties there at the end of the period. Jackson Heacock 2 minutes for shooting the puck after the whistle. I thought it was Kobe Bolt, but someone else coming to the box here. 22 is Coleman Walker. 2 minutes for hitting Jackson Heacock for shooting the puck after the whistle.
And number 22, Coleman Walker. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
So we'll get Cade Weiner, 5-on-5 hockey. Cade Weiner, Samuel Ruiz, Jensen Hill. Jensen controls at center ice, gets it ahead to Weiner. Weiner takes it into the zone, offside. 6-3 in favor of the Saints. It's the only game going on in the league tonight. Indoor football play on one-on-one, ready to break. Didn't win the faceoff. That's the key to that play. Green plays it out to Schultz. Schultz wheels it to the corner. Runs into some issues over there. Loose puck. Tries the wrap around, sent back out to the point. Patton's got it there. Bombs it on net. Kick to the end wall, loose in front. Business is picking up in the physical department. Get some fresh legs out of defense. Anders Hill, Ben Zick jump over the boards. Xavier Ruiz still out for the faceoff. Down Cedar Rapids controls. Caden Lau shot. Saved by Green. Kick to the corner. That's Lau back at the point. Shot. Blocked in front by Samuel Ruiz. Bouncing puck in the slot. Still bouncing. Now it's played ahead. Cade Weiner. 3-on-2 the other way. Cade Weiner ridden into the boards hard. Samuel Ruiz can't quite get the pass out in front. Cade Weiner battle forward in the corner. Walks out with it. Loses it there. Lau sends it back to the other side. Ruiz battles forward in the corner. Played back. Send out to center ice. Caden Lau picks it up. Cade Weiner jumps in front of him. Alex Henkel now. Shot. Goal! Henkel with the second of the night. Brock Smothers is going to fill in for the penalized Jackson Heacock, so we'll get Smothers. Sheehy and Henkel. Puck down. Ben Zick has it at the red line, forces it forward, dumps it into the zone. Smothers hard into the corner, kicks it up front. Played off the boards. Henkel with a big hit. Squirts out to center ice. Sent the other way. Where did I see? Get some new defensemen out here. Liam Henry and Landon Schultz hop over the boards. Sheehy into the faceoff. Got Henkel in the sniper spot. Won by Cedar Rapids. They'll play it back behind their own net. Wrapped around. Smothers, man on the spot. Takes it off the end boards. Now bouncing puck. Henkel walks it down below the goal line. Cedar Rapids will carry it out the far side. Taken by Sheehy at center ice. Throws it down net. Just wide. Now Cedar Rapids back out to center ice. Schultz plays it over to Smothers. Smothers into the zone. Just a bit wide on the shot. Michael knocks it back below the goal line. Cedar Rapids hard out of the zone. Out to center ice. Michael pulls there. Dumped into the zone. Out in front. Loose puck. Sheehy picks it up. Race across his own blue line. Ducks under an elbow. Into the attacking zone. Walks wide. Down to the front. Loose in front. saved by the goaltender. Michael Poles picks up the goal in front. So he collects Sheehy's rebound, buries it away. So Poles with his first varsity goal of the season, could be of his career. It is, as I see the puck headed towards Coach Mollenkamp. Saints now 8-3. 14:27 left. Look at the energy line of Schwartz, goal scorer Poles, and Tyler Randall. Puck's down. Loose at center ice, picked up by Randall. He'll wheel it towards the bench. Plays it off the boards there. Sent ahead by Cedar Rapids. Schultz has it in his own defensive zone. Played back below the goal. He drops it off there. Liam Henry now behind the net. He's bumped off the puck. Out in front. Michael Poles scoops in. Loose puck. Shot saved by the defense. Kick to the corner. Henry's got it there. He's in the corner though. Battle behind the net. Landon Schultz. Good get. Thrown back. Caden Lau at the blue line. Shot. Deflected up in front by Tyler Randall into the netting for a whistle. Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Jackson Heacock has been released from his prison. Cade Weiner gets a piece of it. Still goes for an icing. 8-3 here in Cedar Rapids. Shots in favor of the Riders, 23-21. Ruiz back for the faceoff. Got Weiner and Hill with him. One to the Riders. Off the faceoff, hits the crossbar. Held just out. That's one of those bang bang plays. Ruiz again for the faceoff. One back to Zick. He'll play it to the far corner. Hill pulls it off the far boards. Cedar Rapids knocks it down low. Landon Schultz fires it back up the far boards. Pressured over there in the corner. Now it's Anderson in the corner. Throws it back up the boards. Controlled by Cedar Rapids. Wrapped around to the near side. Cade Weiner tries to knock it out and does. It'll be Belts. Plays it back into Anders Hill. Hill wheels to the outside. Hard up the boards. Jumps over the stick of Jensen Hill. Riders back through center ice. They'll play it off to Hill. He plays for us. Hill across the red line, dumps it into the zone. Held up by Live there. Now played all the way back. Cedar Rapids long pass, brought back in the zone. Now they'll work it up to the far side. Ben Zick back to get it. Riders will go for a change. Plays off to Brock Smothers. Smothers through the defensive zone, out to center ice. Caden Lau takes it away from him. He'll race it the other way. Sends it across to the far boards, wrapped around behind the net. The Rapids picks it up there, gets it back to the D. Lau again, plays back. Smothers, a little bit of a breakaway. He can settle the puck. He's all alone for the blue line. Doesn't quite get a shot off. Takes a punch to the face for his effort. Cedar Rapids the other way. 2-on-2 shot, high and wide. Catches the back of the net. Now it's worked off. Cedar Rapids gets it up to the goal line. Chipped ahead. Smothers whips it up to Fuger. Fuger works it down low. It's out there with Lake. Left down low. Cedar Rapids back out to center ice. Jackson Heacock dumps it into the zone. Alex Henkel tracking the puck. Played out to the blue line. Zick off the wall to Henkel. Knocked in. Duke offsides on the play. They'll retreat back to the blue line. Long pass. Riders on the far side. Taken down there. William Henry battles for it on the near boards. Henkel flips it out to the blue line. Green makes the save, and we get a whistle. 11:03 left in the third period. Shots are 24-21 in favor of the Riders. We'll get Tyler Randall out for the faceoff. Refs are having none of this loose neck guard business. So Randall out there with Eli Schwartz. Michael Poles, energy line. Shot saved by Breen. I don't think they're giving Breen any shots here. All right, there's 25 now for the Riders. Gets the breaks in the corners. Now it's knocked away by Cooper Smith. Ben Zick will work it back behind the net. Played off the boards. Out of the reach of Michael Poles. Played around to the near side. Eli Schwartz sends it out to center ice. Michael Poles now. Full head of steam. Jumps around one. Knocked into the corner. They played around Schwartz. Stopped there by Ben Zick. That seems offsides by a long ways, and we'll get the whistle. 10:20 left in the third period. We'll get the Midwest line out. Backed by Henry and Schultz. Pucks down. Cedar Rapids controls. Takes it into the zone. Knocked away there by Heacock. Back to the point. Sheehy pokes it loose. A little bit of a breakaway going on here. He's got it wide. Drives for the net. Goal. I think we've seen that one before. 9-3 now in favor of the Saints. Sheehy adds his second of the night. That'll make the difference 6 goals, and we'll run the clock. Our Midwest line will stay out. Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff, controls and dumps it into the zone. Green stops it behind the net. Schultz spins away. Plays it ahead to Henkel. Henkel can't quite handle it. Riders fire it into Sheehy. Henkel wallpapered into the boards, and we get a power play. Henkel plays it ahead to Sheehy. They're going to call him offsides. Normally I'd say BS. I'll say BS too. Xander thinks it's a BS. But we'll get the first line power play out. Patton to the box. I'm not going to say what I wanted to say. Oh! Football play with Xander Sheehy back. On 2-on-2. Ready, break. We lose the faceoff. Play shot. Cedar Rapids dumps it the length of the ice. Wraps around to the near side. Cade Weiner pulls it off the boards. Leaves it for Sheehy. Sheehy winds us up behind the net. Pressured there by Cedar Rapids. Walks around one. Carries it across the red line. Full head of speed. Takes it to the slot. Knocked hard off the puck there. Held in. Now it's out. She's a little dazed from that cobweb clearing hit in the slot. Henkel carries it in. Leaves it for Weiner. Weiner now walks top of the circle. Shot hits the post. Michael Poles throws it at the net. Saved by Roman Carter. And the Riders will send it to length. Trevor Breen leaves it there for Simon Ruiz. Ruiz sets up behind the net. Sebring forces him out the other side. Gives it off to Eli Schwartz. Schwartz ahead to Cade Weiner. Weiner runs into a wall. Michael Poles throws it on net. Just high and wide. Now it's Eli Schwartz down in the corner. Battles for it. Knocked loose. Poles picks it up. He's all alone in the slot. Shot. Deflected wide by Carter. Given back to Schultz at the blue line. He'll fire it back down to the corner. Thrown out in front. Bouncing puck. Riders have it. Caden Lau sends it the length of the ice. Green leaves it there for Schultz. Schultz long pass up to Michael Poles. Knocked loose from him in the blue line. The Riders the other way. Full head of steam. Schultz tips it wide into the netting. And we get a whistle. Riders penalty is going to expire, but we're going to need the play to end before we can open the door. Energy line out. Schultz spins away from one. Walks it up the far side. Rolls off his stick, loose in the slot. Jackson Heacock throws it on net. Energy line minus Randall. Sent back the other way. Seemed like a touch there at the blue, and I'm not sure how that was icing. But I just play on the computers. Shots now 25-24 in favor of the Riders. We get Brock Smothers, Blake Schrader, and I struggled a little earlier, and Jack Fugger. Cooper Smith and Anders Hill back on D. They win the puck back to Smith. He'll dump it down the boards or around the back of the net. Smothers will try and pick it up in the corner, leans into a check. Fugger now behind the net. Smothers tries to work away with it. They'll play it out the boards. Blake Schrader gets wallpapered. Sent towards the net. Smothers back to get it. He's bumped off the puck. Out to the blue line. Fired in by Blake Schrader. Riders taking advantage of the fourth line. And that'll be a nice one. So 9-3 here with the running clock. 5:40 left in the third period. Tyler Rando, Eli Schwartz, Mikey Poles out there. They got Carter Molenkamp and Ben Zick backing them up. Riders win the faceoff and they'll set it down. Carried out to the neutral zone. Eli all the way back to get it behind the goal line. Forces it out the near side. Played behind the net. Zick's got it there. Tries to work it out to the far side and does. Reverses field, back behind the net. Reverses field again. Pick a side and go there. Out to the slot. Knocked away. Schwartz gets it up to Poles. He'll join him 2-on-2. Pulls a shot, flutters into the net. Back behind the net. Seemed like he might have been taken down from behind there. Out to center ice. Zick plays it over to Molenkamp. Back over to Zick. Ahead. Randall can't quite get a piece of it. The Riders now 2-on-2 through the center ice. Shot blocked by the defense. Tyler Randall rides the puck wide. Comes back in. Zick can't quite get a handle on it. Man all alone in the slot. Shot just wide of the net. See what happens now. Beating up on the Saints' bottom two lines. 6-goal difference. We'll allow that. Michael Poles, full head of steam, works across the blue line. Into the attacking zone. He's got a little room. He is all alone with 5 Riders on him. Makes health choices and dumps it behind the net. Jensen Hill now, full head of speed as the Riders break it out. Into the attacking zone. They'll shoot. Green with the save. All kinds of unnecessary pushing. Someone might just look at the scoreboard. That's the end of that conversation. 3:40 left in the third period. Top line of Ruiz, Weiner, and Hill out. They're backed by Henry and I'm assuming Schultz. There he is, Schultz. Loose puck. Jumps over the stick of Jensen Hill. He gets it back. He's got Weiner in front of him. They're 2-on-4. Those aren't good nods. Back behind the net. The Riders pick it up. Work it to the near corner. Hill takes it away. Back to the point. Henry's shot on net. Kicked wide by Roland Carter. Sammy Ruiz sends it in front. It's tipped. Knocked to the corner. And the Riders will bring it out of the defensive zone. All the way back. Landon Schultz collects it on the end wall. Plays it out to the far side. Jensen Hill picks it up there. Sends it out to Sammy Ruiz. 2-on-2 the other way. Knocked up into the Saints bench. Former goaltender Joe Stike didn't even move. The reflexes are gone after 20 years. Coach Austin giving some passionate coaching, up by 6. Midwest line out. Riders carried into the zone. Backhander saved by Breen. Puck's down. Sent back to the D. Patton shot. Glove down by Trevor Breen. We got 4 more times. This game will be over. Face off again. Sheehy wins this one. Still gets forced back to the Riders D. Sheehy now on the breakaway. He's got Heacock with him. I think we've seen that move before. Sheehy with the hat trick. Ten to 3 now with 1 minute left in the period.
Dubuque Saints goal, number 34, Xander Keaton.
Played back into the defensive zone, squirts out to center ice. Ben Zick's got it there. Dumps it into the zone. Back behind the goal line it goes. Played all the way out to center ice. Carter Molenkamp back there. Plays it over to Ben Zick. Defensive zone. Throws it up through the middle. Chipped into the zone by Dubuque. Cedar Rapids quickly plays it back out. Jack Fugger works it through center ice. Blake Snyder's going to call, or Blake Schrader's going to call it a night. And that'll do it here from Cedar Rapids. 10 to 3 is the final score. Shots on goal in favor of Cedar Rapids. 27-26. Saints only game this weekend, or this week. I believe the Riders have some games this weekend. Saints advance to 3-0. Both JV and Varsity get the wins. Riders drop to 0-2. I'm Xander's dad, and here to remind you, if you can find a rink, you can find a friend. We'll see you next Thursday in Dubuque.